Hey, what's up everyone? It's the Extremist OFY. I'm just going to talk today about security for a bike. I know I get a lot of questions. Everybody wonders what's the next best thing that you can actually do for security, because it seems as one thing comes out that usually thieves figure out another way to bypass it. So I'm just going to do a little review on everything you can get that's pretty cheap. So first line of defense, as with any bike, they all have a lock. And what these are going to do is going to lock the forks in place. That way you can't actually jerk it over. If you have a bike, obviously you know. So but like I said, it's the first basic line of defense all bikes come with. Now the problem with that is that it just locks the forks. So the problem that you have is that the back wheel, most people put it in neutral. I'll go over that in a second too when you park the bike. So the back tire here is going to be able to move. What they've done is they'll make a little box cutout, put wheels on all four sides, just lift up the front bike here, set the tire in that, so that actually the little box on the bottom rolls around and you can just take the bike anywhere. So, and then another one which is pretty basic, which you should have. I ride outside, as you can see. It's an okay apartment complex, but as you can see, that's the fucking sky. So I get bike cover, and it actually serves two purposes. One is obviously weather, wind, dust, rain. And most people just put a cover on when it's raining, when actually to me the rain, other than messing with the electrics down there, isn't going to do too much. I'm actually more concerned about dust getting in and around everything. So that's another reason. But as a security purpose, it's just another deterrent. I mean, if you put one on, if anybody just walks by, you know, what are they going to deal with? That's another thing. What are they actually going to try to steal? So if you put that cover on, that just takes one of their little motives out. They don't know what they're getting into before they actually go and try to go anywhere near the bike. So another thing is, most people, this one is a big one, and most people try to put it in like a dark place or a hidden place, when actually that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. Because a thief, if you're going to hide the bike somewhere, say in a corner, way over there, it actually gives him cover to actually take the bike. So if you put it out in the middle of nowhere, like say right here, and if you see where actually that blue van is, that's where I usually park it, for two reasons. Is that there's a light that goes right there. Who's going to steal something when it's sitting under all the light? You have all the people traffic, sidewalks, and the main office is right around the corner. So that's another deterrent. Park where it's actually visible. People, it still happens, but less or so, they won't go near it. So, another one is, of course, the bike lock. And what these are going to do, they're just going to lock onto the caliper. Just going to stick right in there. And bam, I actually had that reversed because that's what I do. So that's another little thing, not only with the brake lock, because most people put it like that. Now the problem is, people have figured out how to punch through that and unlock it. So what you actually can do is just go from here, actually flip it around, put it on the lock, and that requires you to actually stick your hand under there, put the key in, and do it that way. Now it takes a little extra work. Obviously you have big hands, it's gonna suck. But what's nice about it is if they have anything that can punch that, it's going to make it more difficult on them. And in all reality, that's why thieves steal, is because they're lazy. So if you just add each thing one on top of the other, it's going to deter them from actually stealing the bike. It makes it hard. That's why they steal, is because it's usually easy. Now, another thing, again, with what we said with the box, so you can move that front wheel. So you can put one right there, which is going to stop the bike from going forward. And another thing, if somebody gets on it with it, it's actually going to wrap all the way around, break that fender. Now another thing you can do is, again, not only put one on the front, but most people forget about the back. So you can actually put one on the back, and it actually double secures it for one with just that one and that one. Also, if you try to move the bike forward, the front one's going to stop it. If you place the one right here with the front one, it's going to stop the bike from moving backwards. It's going to hit the swing arm. So it's just one other thing. Now on top of the, if those also fail, and that's why I want to backtrack on the forks. The reason why the fork lock isn't all that secure is, one, again, the bike can move. Two, it can actually be broken. Most people don't know that. If you put enough pressure on there with your leg, people hop on. I'm sure you can find a video too of it on YouTube. It'll actually break that. So another thing is, when you park it, you can actually put it in gear, and that's going to stop it if they do, for whatever reason, use the little boxes on the bottom, try to move it. It's just one more thing. The back wheel locks up because it's in gear. So, and then another thing is, if you guys are on forums, a lot of people will actually, for people that ride bikes, you'll know that if you kick the kickstand up, when it's in gear, there's actually a little lever inside the bike that'll actually kill the bike. So it's like a secondary kill switch. And what most people do is they actually take it from the kickstand, and they'll actually place it somewhere hidden to where you don't know. So I can sit here and tell you that it's going to work. People are going to freak out, oh, why are you telling the thieves? Well, it's because you can put that switch anywhere. They're not going to know where to look. That's the beauty of it. You can customize it yourself. So move that switch if you can, if you're mechanically talented. And that's another deterrent you can use. Another one, always have the bike chains, the kryptonite huge link locks. Put that. This is my little silver Mazda. If I really wanted to, if I wanted it to go close enough, I can actually chain it to the tire, door handle, anything. That's what I said. For bike security, get creative. Because the more creative you are, the more of a hassle it is for them. And like I said before, the more of a hassle it is to them, the less they're going to want to steal it. So I hope this helped a lot of you. And any ideas, suggestions, never feel like you don't want to give any advice to anybody. The more advice you give to people, other bikers, the more you're going to get a little more respect, and the more everybody gains a little more knowledge on actual safety of their bike. So if you do have any things, remember to review the video, throw them down there, post them on the forums, comments on the YouTube page. Anything, anywhere always helps. And this is the Extremist OFY. I'll be back to you soon.